This video is going to be all things fall homemaking. We are hosting Thanksgiving at our house this year. Actually, this one's birthday because tomorrow he turns 2. I feel like I can help to create some of that childhood nostalgia for our kids. Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. This video is going to be all things fall homemaking because it is the week of Thanksgiving here in Canada and we are hosting Thanksgiving at our house this year. So this is going to be kind of like a prepare to host with me. I have my to-do list of all of the things that I want to get done in the next couple of days leading in to having Thanksgiving dinner here, from cleaning to our Thanksgiving menu and the shopping list for that, some other cozy new home things that I need to pick up along the way and all of that fun stuff. So if you want to join me in hosting Thanksgiving dinner here at our house this week, then just keep on watching. I'm also excited to be working with one of my favorite ever sponsors on this video, Italic. So if you want to hear about an offer that they have for viewers of my channel, stay tuned for that as well. So right now it is currently a Wednesday and we are hosting on Friday of this week. There are 10 people that we are having over on Friday plus our family of 5. So 15 people in total that I'm getting food ready for and our house ready for in general. And I wanted to start just by checking off some of the cleaning on my list. I've mentioned this before in some of my hosting videos, which I will link here if you want to check them out. But I always try and do a little bit of cleaning every day leading up to a day that we're going to be hosting, especially because when there is food prep involved and on a day like Thanksgiving where I'm going to be doing kind of the full deal with a turkey in the oven and everything like that, my attention is really going to be on cooking. If you leave all of the cleaning up until the last minute, I just feel like it's a recipe for you to be so overwhelmed and stressed out before people come over. And that's not the vibe that we want to give off as hostesses. So I'm going to be checking off just a couple of cleaning things over the next couple of days so that on the day of, I can just do a quick refresh of things like the bathrooms and making sure that those are good and that everything is stocked up in there and that the floors are not covered in crumbs and things like that. But the main things that I prioritize when it comes to hosting in our house, because you can't do it all, especially with young kids, are bathrooms. It's that kind of stuff that I feel like is just common courtesy. So I am going to do more of a deep clean of the bathroom spaces today. Floors are another thing that I want to tackle today. I want to do a good vacuum and mop today. And then the other thing that I pay attention to when it comes to hosting is the surfaces in our home. So I try and have clutter cleaned off, countertops, mirrors, tables, some of those high traffic things that can get fingerprints on them and things like that. Windows is another one of those that gets a lot of traffic in our house and just toddler fingers on. I'm gonna do a wipe down of all of that stuff. And then the last thing that I really pay attention to is the smell of our home. I try and think about anything that could be impacting smell, and diapers is one of those things as well. So I always try and have diapers cleared out. So those are just the different types of things that I think through. I feel like that makes it more realistic for me to actually get done and wrap my head around having 3 kids as opposed to just doing a deep clean of the whole house before people come over, because I'm not able to do that in this season of life. So let's get started by tackling some of those cleaning tasks, and then I think we need to head to the grocery store. If you guys just witnessed that innovation, but I just used a Swiffer extending pole that I use for dusting in high areas to clean that window. This kitchen window is really high up from where the bottom of our house is, so you need a full huge ladder to reach the spot to clean it, and whenever the rain hits it, it leaves watermark spots all over it. So I don't get the ladder out obviously to clean it very often, and I just went on the deck and stretched this across with some paper towel and some vinegar, and I think that got the job done. So shout out to my Swiffer duster extending pole for saving the day once again. of this really does just get me every single time. The lighting is okay for you guys right now. It is 8:10 over here and I just cannot do like the big overhead lights after bedtime and the kids are down. I feel like I just need it to be peaceful, but I'm currently ordering our groceries online because I kind of overshot today. Once I finished cleaning, it just didn't make sense to like actually load all of the kids up into the car and go to the grocery store. So it honestly would have been nice to have been able to like see all of the produce and everything instead of having someone pick it out for me, because they often like I find can't find things in the store like rosemary and thyme. I'm going to order everything online, and I thought I would run you guys through like Thanksgiving menu that we're doing and kind of what I've delegated and what I'm going to take care of. So I'm going to do a full turkey. I have a 15-pound turkey, a butterball. I don't know if it's the same in the States as it is in Canada, but I got a butterball turkey and I have that already defrosting in the fridge that we have out in the garage. I'm going to do the stuffing this year. I'm also going to be doing like a whipped mashed potato. I often do a sweet potato casserole, but this year my mom is actually going to do a sweet potato casserole and kind of mix it in with squash. And then I'm also going to do some green beans. I like to do them just in like garlic and butter. I also add some slivered almonds to that and then top it with Parmesan cheese at the end. So it's so good and I'm really excited to make those again. I haven't decided yet on this, but I often do also make brown butter carrots for Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's just like a very kind of like sweet and warm tasting vegetable that our kids love. It's generally a crowd pleaser for kids on the vegetable front. And then of course I'm also still gonna have cranberry sauce, gravy. My sister's gonna take care of salad and rolls this year. For dessert, I think we're gonna have pumpkin pie because you have to have pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, but I've actually decided to go rogue and try a completely different dessert than the one that I made in all of my like fall baking recipes. Because Jude's birthday is coming up, I thought it would be cute to do a pumpkin cake for his birthday, kind of just like pumpkin spice flavored, and then do like a pumpkin cream cheese frosting on that. And then I'm also gonna make it cute and put like cars on it and stuff like that. So just something to celebrate him, but also is like Thanksgiving themed that everyone can eat. I'm also just looking at some appetizer options. I think I'm gonna put out just like some chips and pita and dip for just grazing while people show up. I might also grab a fresh like baguette and some bruschetta to put on that. So that's kind of the plan. I'm gonna order everything now so that I have the groceries arrive tomorrow morning, because that leaves me some buffer time. If any of the groceries show up and it's like the wrong thing, or I need to run out and grab something different, I can do like a quick trip with the kids to pick that up as opposed to having to do a full grocery shop. I'm curious for you guys, what are the essentials on your Thanksgiving menu? Are there things that you feel like you need to have every year or else it's not Thanksgiving? Let me know what those things are. Next day, all of the groceries came this morning and everything that I needed to be delivered with them was delivered with them, which is amazing. I don't know why I had such low expectations on that, but I feel like when you're ordering a couple of specialty items, the chances of them not being able to find it are just higher. Now I don't need to do a whole separate trip to the grocery store before tomorrow. Hi, Smiley. We're so stinking cute. I was just cleaning up the dishes from dinner and I figured I might as well do a couple of things to help myself get ahead for the food prep tomorrow. Specifically, I'm thinking about the cake that I want to make for Jude. I kind of just want to get the actual baking of the cake over with tonight so that I can cool it and ice it tomorrow. That's one of those things that I just don't want to have to worry about in the mix of like making a turkey and everything else. So I think I'm going to do the recipe ×3 because I want to actually like stack the cake a little bit taller. I also just realized that all 3 of my options are different sizes, so I can either bake this one 3 times, this one 3 separate times, or this one. This is kind of the size that I was envisioning. I feel like this one's gonna be too narrow, this one's gonna be too big, so This is gonna be so inefficient, but that's why we're starting tonight. You gotta think ahead and foresee the problems. Now I just need to actually remember that I am like doubling the recipe, because I feel like sometimes I will start with that in mind and then halfway through just forget and follow the recipe normally, and then it doesn't turn out. So we gotta stick with it here. I'm dead. Look how cute. It is way too close to bedtime for a nap to be happening right now, but how do you not just like melt? What's pink, babe?
This one.
The sky! Oh my goodness, you're right!
Pink!
Baby, it's a pink sky!
It's my favorite color.
It's your favorite color! God made the sky your favorite color tonight! Okay, so it is the next day. These are how my little cakes turned out. They are cooled, they are ready to go. So I'm going to ice them this afternoon, and I think I'm probably gonna cut the tops off of this one, put icing in between, and then have this one stacked on top. They're actually quite high, just doing the 3 of them. So I did have enough batter to do one like 4th cake, but I ended up just using that batter to make a few cupcakes that I'm gonna be sending to a church event later this weekend. Oh, a baby. Be gone. She got him. Anyway, today is hosting day. I still have quite a bit to do on my to-do list before everyone arrives. I think it's like T-minus 2 hours until I need to start like actually transitioning into all of the food prep and the turkey prep. Right now, I'm going to start prepping the icing for that cake, just because I do just want to have that kind of done and dusted before I start all of the food prep. And to get everything ready for the big meal today, I'm going to be using some of my favorite tools from the brand Italic. It is a pleasure to be working with Italic on this video, because they are one of my favorite brands in the world right now, and definitely one of my favorite brands to work with. They sell home essentials and fashion from the same manufacturers behind top luxury brands, but without the logos, the branding, and the crazy markups. They believe that luxury should be defined by the quality of a product and not necessarily by the price tag. So bit by bit, we've been incorporating a lot of their products into our home and into our kitchen. One of the things that we have really needed to upgrade have been knives, and so we recently just got their Kumo VG10 Gaiuto chef's knife, and VG10 is the gold standard for stainless steel, so this is corrosion resistant, and it also has a 60 HRC score, which means that you can go longer periods without sharpening it as well. This knife is handcrafted with 67 layers of Damascus VG10 steel, and it is perfect for slicing, dicing, chopping. You can use it as your home knife, but this is honestly professional grade. But because we got it from Italic, we saved a ton of money on what otherwise would have been a very expensive Japanese chef's knife. We also did just get their Zest 6-piece steel cooking utensil set. This was perfect for us because we got to upgrade a lot of our kitchen utensils in one go. So we've got things in here for stirring, ladling, scooping, flipping. All of the tools in there are heat resistant, and the price on it right now is insane. They are doing a final call on the set, and if you compare the price to purchasing the same set from a store like Williams Sonoma or All Clad, you are going to be spending a lot more. So be sure to go and check that out. But if you want to check out any of Italic's products to upgrade the essentials in your home, Italic has given me a link for you guys and a code for you guys. You can head to the link in my description box and use the code ElizabethMoore15 at checkout to save 15% off on your first purchase. Again, it's down in the description box and the code for that is ElizabethMoore15. So I hope you guys love it, and thank you so much to Italic for working with me on today's video. Jared, come look at this. The height.
You didn't cut the tops off at all?
I did. Those are with the tops cut off. Should I take one down? Like take it a layer down or just leave it?
Might as well leave it. You got it all on there now.
I just feel like, how are we gonna serve this? It's gonna be the biggest piece of cake of all time. She was asleep.
Hey, beautiful,
You woke up when you heard daddy.
beautiful.
Ooh, baby, we're getting topsy-turvy.
Yummy.
Cake decorating and icing is not my forte, so to be honest, I am full of fear right now. It's gonna be kind of like a messy vibe. It's just a 2-year-old's birthday, right? It's not like this is a wedding cake. I am gonna have Oreos on here though, and I feel like the Oreos can help me kind of just like hide some of the chaos that is the icing on this cake.
Straight as a narrow flight, nowhere to be, no dreams to chase tonight. We've got time to waste, let's waste it right. You and I, our heads up in the clouds. We're caught up with the birds flying south. Nothing to see as the day turns into night. We've got time to waste, let's waste it right. We got time to waste, let's waste it right.
It's ringing, buddy.
Oh, you rang it.
It's ringing.
Who's that? Good morning from the cottage. We are up here for the next week now with our immediate family for the next couple of days, and then some more of Jared's family is going to come and join us on the weekend to celebrate Thanksgiving. Does it sound like it's raining? That's what happens when the wind blows, because the leaves start to drop and then they make a fluttering sound. Thanksgiving at our house ended up being so good. Food was all good. Did you like the turkey?
Yeah.
The really big turkey and the potatoes. What was your favorite part?
Turkey.
The turkey. Did you like your birthday cake that had the cars on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That cake ended up turning out so good. I swear it was like one of the best desserts I ever had. I will put a recipe for it in the description box if any of you guys want to try it. It's fun to have all of our family together on my mom's side. There are so many children, so when we all get together it's a little bit crazy, but it's always just fun and special to spend time together. My sister was saying when she pulled up to our house that it was like reminding her of all of our childhood memories of going over to our grandparents' house for Thanksgiving, because she could like smell the turkey and all of the like warm cinnamon delicious smells from the driveway as she was pulling in, and like just the smell of all of the things in the oven and the cozy lighting as she was pulling up, and that just like made my heart so happy to feel like I can help to create some of that like childhood nostalgia for our kids. I feel like my hair is not giving right now. I just booked an appointment for when we get back to actually change it drastically, so stay tuned for that. But we are just going to be up here for the next couple of days now to chill and relax as a family, which is really nice, especially coming out of like what was a very busy week. But the next order of business is actually this one's birthday, because tomorrow he turns 2, and I'm really excited that we are here and get to spend the day kind of all together. I can't show you too much of what I have because obviously he's here right now, but I've got some decor to just set up the house with like tonight so that he wakes up to it tomorrow. I've got these like sage green balloons that I'm gonna have blown up tonight. We're just gonna go out into town and get like a couple things ready. I have this like big black number 2 balloon that I will set up. I brought a tablecloth from home and I'm gonna do this like road tape across it, so I'm gonna set it up in a way that it looks like basically a town, and then have like cars that I brought from home to set up on it as well, because he's just like obsessed with cars. So anyway, I just got this off of Amazon and I'm gonna use it on the tablecloth, and I brought a couple of candles from home. While he's distracted, the last thing I got is this like bunting that I'm gonna hang just like across the wall behind the kitchen table. Basically for birthdays, that's like what I do, is I have them wake up to like their theme and kind of what feels like their family party with us, where we'll have like a nice breakfast together and do presents. For presents, I wasn't sure what to do because it's so tricky when the birthday is so close to Christmas. I got Way to Play ROADS. I don't know if he'll even like pick up on it if I actually say it, but I'll put a picture of it here. It's basically like this like rubber system that you can connect them all and kind of like drive along. So similar to road tape, but a lot more like indestructible, and you can bring them outside and play with them inside. That was kind of like the bigger, splurgier item, just because I know that both of our kids will get a lot of use out of it. And then I also just got a couple of like emergency vehicles for him to play with too. Are you locking mommy outside? I wasn't planning on filming all of the like birthday celebrations and stuff, just so I can actually give myself an opportunity to be chill and just be present with the kids on our vacation here. But I will put links for all of that stuff in the description box if you are curious about checking it out for birthdays. I think I spent like $30 or something like that on decor, maybe even less, and I got all of it from Amazon. So I'm excited to see how it all turns out. I will update you guys probably a little bit more on Instagram, but otherwise I'm going to wrap this vlog up here. I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to any of my followers that are in Canada like we are. I hope that you guys have or have had, depending on when this goes up, an awesome week celebrating Thanksgiving with your families. I also wanted to remind you guys that if you're interested in checking out Italic for any of your home essentials or to upgrade your wardrobe going into the fall and winter, that I do have a code with them. So the link for that is down in the description box of this video, but the code for it is Elizabeth Moore 15. So you can use that to get 15% off your first purchase from Italic. Thank you to Italic for working with me on this video. But until my next video, I love you guys, I'm praying for you guys, and I will see you soon.